Welcome. I'm so happy to have you all here this evening for some yummy, delicious yin. Let's start off by centering ourselves. Let's sit in any comfortable seated position. It can be cross-legged, it can be Virasana. And we're using the mudra these days for courage. So we'll bring the tip of the thumb to the tip of the ring, middle, and index finger, the pinky fingers spread away. We'll relax the back of the hands on the thighs. We'll soften the shoulders. The belly lightly draws in to keep you nice and supported. And let's gently close the eyes. We take a few moments merely to notice, self, what is the condition of my mind this evening? Where are my thoughts? Noticing breath, no need to change it. It will soften on its own. And then noticing body. And we know as we continue to practice this evening, any discomfort, tightness is going to fade away. Any randomness through the thoughts will shift as well. And our breath will naturally deepen on its own. And we'll center now into the energy of Mama Earth. So we bring our thoughts right to the ends of our sits bones. And the thought is self. I send my sits bones down through any props, through the mat, through the floor, and all the way into Mama Earth. And self, as my thoughts literally go down, down, down into the earth. All of a sudden, there's a sensation right at perineum. And then Mama Earth starts to flood the spinal column with life force. You may notice a tingling up, up, up the spine. It goes all the way to top of head. And that tingling at the top of the head is crown chakra opening to the heavens. And the heavens respond by lifting us up even taller and sending love right into us. So pause here for a few moments, knowing that the spinal column is being filled with life force and love, and bask in those sensations. And slowly and gently releasing the mudra. Slowly and gently allowing the eyes to open, allowing the legs to release out, taking all the time in the world. And then we'll flex those toes gently back towards the face. You can have a bend in the knees. The legs don't have to be straight. And then point those toes away from you. We'll flex those feet. And we'll point those toes. Let's do this one more time. Flexing feet, pointing toes. And then let's circle the toes in one direction. This will awaken those sweet ankles. No rush. And then we'll slowly go the opposite direction. Good. And then it might feel great just to lift the knees slightly and just jiggle the legs just a little bit. Good. So we're going to start off tonight on our backs. So let's take all the time in the world to make our way onto our backs with knees bent, feet flat on the earth. No rush to get here. And once we're on the earth, slide the shoulder blades down towards the feet. That will just open up the space in the shoulders and the back of the neck. The knees are bent, the feet are flat on the earth. And we're going to keep this left leg bent, foot flat on the earth. We're going to allow the right leg to lengthen onto the earth and just let that leg go. It'll start to feel heavy into the earth, and it will start to create an opening in low back on this right side. I think I said left. Left leg is bent, right leg is long. And then we're going to open up gently into the shoulders and create more length in the body. So taking all the time in the world, just allow the arms to come to an overhead position. The elbows can be bent, the palms are up, just soft and gentle. Good, everybody looks great. And allow the eyes to close. And notice your breath. Notice how on the inhale, the belly rises. And then as you continue to bring breath in, the ribs expand. And then the chest lifts at the final portion. And then notice on your exhale how the chest softens, then the ribs soften, and then the belly softens in. And just for the next few moments, just notice the awareness of breath in torso. As we breathe, maintaining this shape. And the mental thought as we continue to soften in this shape for a little bit longer is self, my right leg melts. Self, my right leg becomes heavy upon the earth. Self, my right leg softens. Pausing right here for 3 more long, full, deep, absolutely gorgeous breaths. This takes 30 seconds, no rush. When you've completed your third breath, glide your arms down by your sides for a few moments. Then we're going to send energy from the belly. It's just a thought. Self, I send energy from my belly into my right leg. That will energize the leg a little bit. We had it completely relaxed. And then we'll pick up that right leg. We'll bend the knee and we'll cross that right ankle over the left leg in the number 4 shape. Good. We pause right here with the arms by the sides for a few moments. And the idea is that that right leg is tractioning away from you, away from the torso. Nothing may happen, but it's the thought self, my leg releases away from my torso. And as we proceed into the number 4 shape with the thighs in towards the chest, I'm going to suggest that you keep the back of your upper arms on the earth. That will keep the shoulders relaxed and prevent them from tightening up as we practice. So let's inhale this whole contraption, both legs in this number 4 shape. Let's inhale them in towards the chest. Let's interlace the fingers behind that left thigh somewhere, and ideally with the backs of the arms working their way towards the earth. They may not touch, but it's the idea of self. My arms feel heavy. Good. There's no need to push or pull super hard. The thighs will come in with gravity as we hold gently. The shoulders are soft, the jaw is soft, the belly slightly drawn in. Good. Everybody looks beautiful. And the mental thought is self. I notice the ball and socket of right hip. Self, I notice the softening all around ball and socket of right hip. Good. Allowing the breath to deepen for 6 more long, full, deep, absolutely gorgeous breaths right here. So we're going to maintain this same shape, this number 4 shape of the legs. We're going to allow the arms to release out from the shoulders, palms up. And we're going to allow the legs, maintaining the shape, to release towards the left. So the outer edge of the left leg will wind up on the earth. The bottom of the right foot will be on the earth, and the right knee is tracking up to the sky. If this is difficult, slide the thighs away from the torso, and that will open you up just a little bit to make this right foot land fully flat on the earth with the knee going up to the sky. And this left leg, the outer edge is on the earth. It's still maintaining that gentle bent shape. Arms are released out by the side. If it feels good, the head can roll towards the right shoulder. And it's fine to allow the chin to be a little dropped towards the shoulder rather than trying to lift the chin up and turning the head. Good. And then soften, breathing, enjoying in the quiet. Softening right here for 6 more long, full, deep, absolutely gorgeous breaths. Gently gather energy in the belly, so slightly pulling the belly in. On an inhale, keeping the legs in this same shape, we'll inhale back up to the number 4 shape. Good. We still got that left foot on the earth. The right leg crossed over. We pause for a few moments and let everything settle. Let's glide the arms by the sides and pause for a few moments. Good. Let's slowly uncross the legs, both feet planted on the earth for just a moment. And then ideally, it will feel very natural to slide the legs onto the earth and pause for a few breaths in Shavasana, noticing sensations and differences left to right and right to left. Especially noticing the difference, low back, right side all the way down. And literally, the right leg is now truly longer than the left. So let's do that whole series again. This time, we're going to keep, no, I just forgot. How funny is that? I'm in yoga brain. All right, I've got it. No need to help me. We're going to bend the left leg, place that foot flat on the earth. The right leg is going to start off long. No, excuse me, opposite. Thank you. Thank you. Boy, I'm confused tonight. Right leg is bent, left leg's long on the earth. The arms can relax by the sides for a few moments while everything settles. And then it will probably feel delicious to bring the arms overhead, maybe to a cactus shape, but a shape where the shoulder blades are softening down and where the whole arm can be on the earth and the shoulder and neck are comfortable. There may be an expansiveness happening and a little opening in armpits, but ideally everything feels comfortable. We soften right here. And the thought is self. My left leg becomes heavy. Self, my left leg melts into Mama Earth. My left leg is heavy. And slowly and gently gliding the arms by the sides. We'll keep the right leg as it is. We'll pick up this left leg. We'll cross that ankle right at the top of the thigh near the knee of the right one, the number 4 shape. And the thought is, my thigh releases away from the torso. My thigh releases away from the torso. As the left thigh, the thought of it releasing, we literally start to open and soften psoas. And then we'll keep the shoulders soft and the arms soft as we keep the legs in the shape, and we bring them in a bit towards the chest, and we hold just a bit, interlacing the fingers onto that right thigh. Left thigh still gently tracks away. The shoulders are soft. There's not a death grip. It's just a nice soft grip here. Jaws soft. Good. Everybody looks great. Shoulders are soft. So now I've got my left and rights again. That was very funny. Yoga brain took over. The thought is self. I notice the softening of the tissues around ball and socket. Left hip. Self all the connective tissues around left hip soften. And left hip continues to soften and release. So we pause right here for 6 more long, full, deep, absolutely gorgeous breaths. And once we exhale on that 6th breath, we'll release the arms out to the sides from the shoulders. We're going to keep the same shape with the legs. This time we rotate towards the right. The whole outer edge of the right leg is on the earth. The sole of the left foot is on the earth. The left knee is tracking up to the sky. If you need a little more space, just slide the thighs a little bit away from you, and that will allow the sole of this left foot to find the earth a little more easily. Arms are out to the side, and the head can roll towards the left. Just close the eyes, melting into this shape. Everybody looks great. Pausing right here for 3 more long, full, deep, absolutely gorgeous breaths. We'll take our time on the dismount, gently drawing the belly in, inhaling the legs back up, gliding the arms by the sides, and pause right here for a few moments and let the tissues settle. And then slowly and gently uncrossing the leg, both feet on the earth, knees bent, pause for just a moment. The tissues of the back will settle. And then there'll be a natural moment where the legs just glide long on the earth, and we pause for a few breaths in a Shavasana. Just a short one to allow body, mind, and spirit to take in these beautiful openings that we've created so far. So let's take all the time in the world to once again bend the knees, place the feet flat on the earth, roll gently to one side, and let's push up, and let's find our way seated on right hip. And let's stack our legs on top of one another in our mermaid shape. The knees are bent, the heels are towards the buttocks, and we understand that both sits bones won't touch the earth. We're really sitting on this hip. The right arm is on the earth, and we want to slide it out from us about a foot, foot and a half, and the palm comes flat on the earth. The elbow stays locked. We want the bone to hold us up rather than muscles. And we're going to schlump. That's a real yogic word. We're literally going to keep the elbow locked, drop into the shoulder by merely schlumping. We're always told not to schlump, but let's schlump. And then we're going to be creating space in the rib cage just by schlumping. We're going to take the head and we're going to allow the chin to drop towards the shoulder so that possibly even the ear is on the shoulder. This left arm, just relax it comfortably and the shoulder will drop away from the ear. Everybody looks great. Feel free to close the eyes. There's a beautiful opening that begins pretty immediately across top of left shoulder and across the neck, up the neck. We're creating tremendous space in the ribs and low back and the right side torso. By locking the elbow and schlumping the right shoulder, we're literally awakening. This is another ball and socket joint. And we're literally awakening all the tissues around the ball and the socket. So that in a little while when we dismount, that shoulder will let go. There may be a gentle pinch inside the torso, left side, because we are squishing all the internal organs on that side. And the squish is helping connective tissues to soften around our internal organs. Anytime, if it hasn't already begun, in the arm we're leaning on, there may be a pins and needles sensation. It's just as if the arm is falling asleep. This is normal. We are stopping a bit of the blood flow to the arm right now. So as long as it's not shooting pain, if it's just that little tingly, my arm is falling asleep, we're okay. Good. Pause right here for 3 more long, full, deep, absolutely gorgeous breaths. Slowly gliding the head back to neutral. We'll glide the top leg away from us, and that helps us lift up out of the torso to get the weight off of this arm. And just pause for a few moments, noticing the flush in these tissues. Literally, with the squish that was happening on this right side, we're draining the lymph in the neck. With the slump in the shoulder, we're creating a squish in the underarm area of the lymph. So we're doing a nice cleanse as well as opening up these tissues. And then let's transition by sitting for just a moment with both legs out in front of us for a moment. And they can be apart, they can be just out. And notice the difference in side body. Oh. You may even be able to notice on me the release we got. Yes, there was a release here, but we also got a release across the schlumped side. And you may even be able to see how much lower this shoulder is than this shoulder right now. I'm seeing that on all of you as well. We truly create space. So let's do the other side. Let's sit on the opposite hip. It might be the left hip. If you did the opposite side, don't worry about it. You'll just do the side you didn't do. So we have the legs stacked, the knees are bent, the heels are towards the buttocks. They're not necessarily touching. We've got the weight in this left hip. Now we're going to lock the elbow and we're going to slide the hand out. The whole palm is on the earth, about a foot, foot and a half. You'll find a kind of a comfortable position, and then we'll slump into the shoulder. Allow the head to drape towards the shoulder, and maybe even the ears resting. And then the right arm just relaxes on the legs, and the shoulder softens down. Merely close the eyes and breathe. Again, there may be a pinch in torso. Perfectly fine. Elbow stays locked on the arm we're leaning on. And at any moment, pins and needles might slightly begin there. That's normal. Just close the eyes. Allow the shape and gravity to create the opening. There's literally nothing to do but breathe. Pausing right here for 3 more long, full, deep, absolutely gorgeous breaths. Slowly and gently on your next inhale, allow the head to slowly come to neutral. We'll slide the top leg away as we draw belly in, and that will allow us to kind of pop up out of the arm we were leaning on. Just relax the hands on the lap. Pause for a few moments. And let's take all the time in the world. You feel free to sit up a little bit on a bolster or a blankie if you need. I'm going to actually sit up on my little tiny or pillow bolster tonight, and we'll sit with legs out, our dragonfly. Now tonight, this dragonfly shape is going to gently soften the hamstrings, but we're actually going to open front of chest and neck and free back of head and neck. So in just a moment, what I'm going to have us do is I'll suggest that we lift the chin, and I'm going to have you focus on your nose. And the head itself is actually going to be moving, but it's from the nose, and the nose will move, which will have the whole head move about an inch one way and then an inch the other, left and right, just a small move, small move. And when we do this, just pause a moment and watch. When we lift the chin and then we lightly from the nose move a little left and right, 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 left and right. And then inhale back to center. What happens is the nose naturally starts to release the back of skull, and the chin lifts on its own in a soft way for back of head. So back of head and front of throat will both be releasing at the same time. So let's do that. Let's gently draw the belly in. Lightly lift the chin just a bit. And then small moves, left and right from the nose. Self, I move left and right from the nose. Left and right, 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 left and right. Notice how your head's dropping back. Just allow that left and right, left and right, left and right, left and right. Now come to neutral there, and a big inhale through the nose. Bring the head back to the beginning neutral shape. Pause. And again, perhaps feel a flush and a flood of energy. Let's do that again. Lightly lift your chin. And then the nose moves a little left and right, allows, that's it, you're doing it, left and right, small move, left and right, left and right. The head is naturally releasing back, no need to make it happen. That's it, then bring the nose to neutral. Your next inhale, the head comes again, forward to the beginning, neutral. Pause for the flush. Good. So right here, let's release the back of the shoulders and the back of the head by bringing the fingertips forward into dragonfly and maybe even planting the hands. If this is easy for you, you can come all the way down on your forearms if this is easy for you. I'm going to demonstrate by staying upright. We allow the spine to round a bit, and we allow the chin to come to chest. Maybe the elbows soften a little. It's just a sweet, soft rounding of the spine here. I'm in it for one more moment. If you need a visual, I'm going to come out because I can't see you all at all if I'm in it. Good. Everybody's beautiful in this shape. The hamstrings themselves are letting go. The backs of the shoulders are softening. And the gentle weight of the arms is allowing a spreading across the shoulder blades on the back body. The entire head lets go. The lips gently part, and the lower jaw softens completely. And as you continue to soften into the silence, the weight of the head will gently traction the entire spine, allowing it to gently lengthen while you breathe. Beautiful. Continuing to soften right here for 6 more long, full, deep, absolutely gorgeous breaths. That takes a full minute. No rush. Gather energy in the belly. Gently push into the hands and walk the hands back towards the torso to help you inhale the body, the torso back to upright. Pause with palms open for a few moments, noticing the whoosh in the spine. Let's take all the time in the world to pick up the backs of the thighs, bringing the feet onto the earth. The thighs are a little bit apart. Lean back on the hands and just gently windshield wiper side to side. No rush. Take all the time in the world here. If you're called to wang a leg out in some way, just allow for that. Often there's a pop in the knee or the hip that wants to happen. So that little wang move will release that air bubble. Good. So we're going to make our way onto our backs. We'll find ourselves on our backs, knees are bent, feet are flat. And once again, gliding the shoulder blades. Sometimes it feels good almost to pick up a little bit and slide those shoulder blades that are on the back body down towards your feet. That helps the front of the shoulders let go and allows the neck to release a little bit further. The low back is melting here, it's settling. We still have a gentle low back curve, so you may even be able to slide your hand under your low back. That's a lovely thing. We're going to maintain that. And then we allow the arms to release out the sides about 6 inches. Palms are up. Good. And then allow the right leg to lengthen and releasing a little bit towards the bottom right-hand corner of the mat. And just allow that leg to let go.
And then allow the left leg to lengthen onto Mama Earth towards the lower left-hand corner of the mat. And allow that leg to let go. And you've made your way into Shavasana. And so for now, there is absolutely nothing left for you to do but to just let go.
taking all the time in the world to slowly and gently return to the body, beginning with very small moves of gently wiggling the fingers and wiggling the toes, gently rolling the head one way and slowly and gently rolling it the other. And when you are ready, reaching arms overhead, stretching fingers to toes, and a good evening stretch. And taking all the time in the world to bring one thigh in towards the chest, then the other. Just give those thighs a sweet, gentle hug. When you are ready, rolling on to the right side in a fetal position, pausing there. And slowly and gently pushing up to a comfortable seated position. The eyes are closed, the spine is long. There's usually a gentle smile on the face about now. And we'll bring the palms together at heart center. It is always an honor and a sincere pleasure to share this practice with each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining me. May you have a magnificent rest of the evening. Namaste.